Menace is a sci-fi tactics game set in a remote star system called the Wayback, and sees you as the commander of the TCRN Impetus and the Marines it carries. Stranded in this system, you'll need to take on operations to gain the trust of the factions vying for control across these planets. Once on the battlefield, you will engage the enemy through turn-based tactical combat, utilizing your squad's abilities and coordinating their movements to fulfill those objectives. To give you a full idea of what Menace has to offer, we're going to break down the game into 3 videos, beginning with an overview of the game's strategic layer. If you would prefer to check out a written guide, there's a link in the description to the Steam version. Let's get into it. The bridge is the top level overview where all non-combat management will take place, and it provides several options to help you prepare for future operations and the missions therein. Before we take a look at each of these areas, there are 4 icons in the top left that you'll need to understand to truly command the Impetus and your crew. First are promotion points. Earned by completing objectives during missions, you'll use these points to promote your squad leaders, providing them with additional perks on the battlefield. Next is authority, and it has 2 purposes. Authority is your ability to maintain order and discipline on the Impetus. Higher authority leads to higher discipline in battle, providing your squads with greater suppression recovery and resistance to keep them fighting more efficiently under fire. You will also use authority and dossiers from the black market to hire new squad leaders, meaning you'll want to keep an eye on your authority to balance between new hires and their effects during operations. Thirdly, we have OCI components. We'll dive a bit deeper into what these are used for in just a bit, but for now, let's just say they're parts to upgrade the Impetus. Last, we have squaddies. Squaddies are the men and women who fill the ranks of your squads. These squad members are not unlimited, and while there are many ways to gain squaddies, you'll want to make sure you always have a good number of them in reserve should a mission take a turn for the worse. As we continue through all 3 videos, you will see these 4 resources at work to better understand them. The Wayback System is a group of planets orbiting a single star, with multiple factions grasping for control. The system map gives you a comprehensive view of the Wayback and any available operations. Selecting an operation from this view will provide you with the details and information on planetary features, the type of enemy you'll be fighting against, and the resulting change in faction trust with the faction contracting the operation out. For instance, this operation will take place on a temperate biome planet where we'll be fighting against native alien fauna. The success of the operation on this planet will increase our standing with the backbone by 18. Faction standings are located in the bottom left corner of the strategic overview screen, and selecting any faction displays a brief summary of the faction and any OCI upgrades we may have already unlocked by gaining their trust. Moving ahead a couple of operations, we've gathered enough trust with the multiple factions to unlock unique OCI upgrades for the Impetus that we can use, which we'll address in more detail next. Let's move out of the system map and onto OCI, the next tab on the bridge screen. OCI stands for Operational Capability Improvements, and they are the lifeblood of the Impetus's power projection. At the start of the game, the Impetus is heavily damaged, with nearly every OCI destroyed. There are 3 categories on the Impetus to slot these upgrades: electronics, armament, and hull. Electronics provide intelligence for mission prep, detailing the starting locations of units and their unit types. The higher your intelligence level, the more detailed information you receive to prepare for your missions in the mission brief. As you can see in these 2 clips, your level 1 intelligence reveals next to no information, while a level 5 intelligence provides a great deal of information about the enemy squads present, allowing you to manage your squads appropriately. Armament provides you with firepower from orbit, allowing you to use rockets, strafing runs, gravitational measures, and even ion beams on the battlefield to decimate your enemies. The hull is the broadest of the 3 categories. Hull components can range from medical bays that heal squaddies to vehicle repair bays to other upgrades that bring in additional manpower for your squads after a battle. Upgrading your OCI areas requires actual components, which are earned after you complete an operation. Unique OCI upgrades gained through improved trust with factions may cost more than the standard TCRN upgrades. However, they can provide much more powerful effects that will be worth the extra expense. These last two sections of the strategic layer are straightforward but essential to advancing your objectives, beginning with the black market. The black market is a not entirely legal way to barter goods to upgrade your squads, with everything from modified guns to heavy-duty sniper rifles, turrets, and armor to a massive range of accessories and even vehicle chassis. Every squad item or loot item in the game has a market value displayed in the bottom right corner of its icon. To purchase a black market item, simply select the item on the right and match its value with your own inventory on the left. There's no incentive to overpay for items, so matching the price exactly will be best. To spice things up, the black market's inventory changes after every operation, so it's highly recommended check in regularly to see if you can enjoy its wares. Every once in a while, you may even come across some rare items that are especially powerful, so keep a good stock of your own inventory to prep for these. Last but not least, we have squad leader hiring. While you start with 4 squad leaders, using them for every single mission will wear them down and give a negative modifier for a number of missions. To counter this, among other factors we'll discuss in the next video, you will need to hire new squad leaders. Hiring new squad leaders requires 2 things: an infantry or vehicle dossier purchased from the black market, and authority. Authority, as mentioned in the bridge section, modifies the discipline attribute of your squad leaders. This means you will want to balance when to hire a new squad leader to avoid negatively affecting your entire team's discipline. Each squad leader has an authority cost to hire, a star ranking which determines the quality of said SL, a designation of either infantry or vehicle, as well as their own set of stats, attributes, and promotion trees. Thankfully, you can dismiss a squad leader at any time to receive their authority cost back, in which case they would go back into the hiring pool to be hired at any point in the future. Be sure to balance the use of your squad leaders, as there's no penalty for having any number of squad leaders on your ship. It's not a bad idea to purchase the dossier every time you see one pop up. The impetus is yours to command, and we hope that this first video will give you an idea of the more strategic elements you need to be aware of outside of pure combat. Stay tuned for more videos as we dive into operations, squads, and combat. Thank you for watching, Major. We'll see you in the next video.